Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot from the Heart. Welcome to the channel, guys. I do apologise for being a little bit late, not too late this month. I wasn't very well this week, to be honest. I've been doing a load of readings. A lot of work comes in for the website every single month. I do run my business now full time, which I absolutely love doing. Back on track now. I'm moving out from where I am at the end of the month. So I'm going to be getting into a rhythm with all the readings and everything. Working from my folks' house. I live with my twin sister and her partner and my little niece. It's a wonderful family. I love my family so much, very much indeed. But, you know, it's a massive house I live in. But sometimes you can, you know, you need your own space in order to kind of just declutter chaos and everything in one's brain. So yeah, the business is going from strength to strength. I'm very blessed. Thank you to everyone who's purchased a reading. I'm sorry if you purchased a reading and you can't leave comments on the website at this time. Something happened with the comment page. I don't quite know why, but I was so ill this week I couldn't even contact my website provider. I'll be doing that in the week, so if you have personal reading with me, you'll be able to leave a comment. What else was I about to say to you, Pisces, now? Yeah, if you'd like a personal reading with me, all the details are below. So we're going to see what's coming in for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of April 2016. And I'm just going to focus on you. Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Pisces. Show me Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. For the month of April 2016, I need to see the two top cards, which will show me the general energy. The advice card from the bottom that shows me the advice or the overall theme for the month. I need to see the 8 cards in the middle that show me the potential people, energies and situations that are coming in for the zodiac sign of Pisces. Show me Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Show me Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me the general energy with the 2 top cards. Bottom card showing the advice card or overall theme for the month. And the 8 cards in the middle showing me people, situations and events. Show me Pisces. What's coming in for the zodiac of Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for April 2000. And my Temperance just flipped out, but we'll put it back in. I never leave cards that flip out because I just like to see if they pop up again. If it does, then I know that it's a definite meaning, okay? Show me Pisces. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Show me Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for April 2016. Show me. Right, so I'm going to split the deck into 3. Gather it back up. I'm going to put down the 2 top cards to serve as your general energy. The bar card from the bottom that serves as the advice. And the 8 cards in the middle that serves as the events. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. What else have we got here? Really interesting reading, Pisces, for the month of April 2016. Your advice card is the Empress. The Empress, I feel, as advice says, that there's going to be a lot of success coming in for you guys in the month of April. The Empress is a number 3 card, so it's to do with growth. It's to do with magic. It's to do with initial completion of stuff and waiting for things to manifest, so there's much more to come. The Empress is a nurturer. She's a mother. She is the harvester of ideas. Okay, often you get the Empress when there's a frustrating situation, and there could be a slight frustrating situation showing up here, but this is also a card that says that the outcome is going to be great. So because the number 3s are about growth, they're about opportunities that come to us. the number 3 is a magical number, okay? So it's kind of like the result of all forces. I'm seeing beauty, attractivity, potentially something to do with home in the month of April. But I feel that more than anything with this Empress, I feel that some of you guys are going to be achieving something really quite marvelous. It is the card of achievement, because number 3s are all about achievement. Because you look at something like the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is a card about having completed a certain task, and now you're moving on to something else. Now you're waiting for something to come in. Now you're looking to expand. So it's the card of expansion. I'm seeing expansion here. And I'm also seeing a lot of success coming for you guys in April. And it shows in your general energy as well. It's interesting. It's really, really interesting, because we've got the Queen of Swords. Oops, daisy, everything's dropping. One moment. I probably should have used my smaller deck at this desk. Oops. I think when I move home, I'm going to get a larger desk, or a larger workstation to work from. We've got the Queen of Swords. And we've also got the 6 of Wands. Now, I've seen this combination before. I had a dream one night involving somebody that I knew. And I did a reading on the dream. And it showed me the Queen of Swords and the 6 of Wands. It showed me the Tower first, then the Queen of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. And I knew when I saw it that there was going to be peace that was going to be achieved with this person. And there was. The next week, this person had become far calmer. They had achieved a sense of stability. Queen of Swords is very much an ideas card, because the swords are ideas. They're also communication. They're air. But she's also a card about being quite intellectual. She's to do with fairness, balance. She's to do with decision making. She's to do with being an independent thinker. So being someone who can think for themselves. Okay. She's water. Even though she's not classically a water sign, all the queens are associated with water because they're feminine. Okay. So in terms of emotions, okay, she's not a particularly emotional individual. But she uses her emotions as a baseline, I feel, with the Queen of Swords, okay, in order to take action on something, all right? So she's an action card as well, because it is swords. So the swords can be challenges. They can be things that we need to do, things that we literally intellectualize, and then we need to follow through on that. So I'm seeing a lot of following through going on with the Queen of Swords. And the 6 of Wands says to me that there is victory assured. Once you have intellectualized something, once you've thought about it, once you've been decisive about it, we can find that there's a lot of victory going on here. And I feel that there are decisions that for some of you Pisces you need to make within the month of April 2016. But I believe that the outcome of the Empress shows that you are standing in your confidence, you're standing within your beauty. But it's also a card about abundance. It's interesting. The Empress is one of those cards that it's kind of like, well, if it's meant to be a card of frustration, because the Empress has had to wait 9 months to give birth, and she's still bloody pregnant. So sometimes this card is about the frustration of having to wait for something to manifest. And for some of you guys, it could be literally that you are waiting on something to manifest within the month of April. And maybe it is a frustrating situation, but as an advice card, I feel that this card is saying, well, that whatever is being waited on, whatever it is that has been fought for or worked towards is achievable. Because the number 3s are outcome cards, okay? So it shows you the outcome of the situation. You've got the 3 of Pentacles here as well. It's planning, it's progress, it's moving forward. We also have the Fool as your first card in the reading. The Fool is beautiful. I really like this card. And it's interesting how it turns its back on the world. So it's almost like, I don't know, I'm getting the impression that for some of you guys during the month of, and it's really funny how when I first see the cards, I'm thinking one way, but as I'm really looking at them, they develop in another way, okay? I do feel there's a decision you need to make, all right? I do feel that, Pisces. I really do feel quite strongly that you are making a decision, and I feel it's, one of the scenarios within this reading, it's on whether you stick with the status quo or whether you decide to take action on something that you feel is best for you. All right, this is what I'm sensing here. And it might be that what you feel is best for you might take some time to manifest. It might be that you start putting something into action, but it's going to take time before the full force of this, whatever it is that you put into action, will come into fruition. The number 3s are also about fruition as well, because they're growth cards. So I see the Fool. If you look at these two cards together, the Fool steps out of the world. So it's in one way, it's turning its back on the world, but the world is looking over on it. Okay, so it could be that maybe something you guys have already achieved, you're deciding, you know what, I've kind of done all I can with that. And now I kind of want to follow my bliss and do my own thing. All right. And this is why I feel that we've got the Queen of Swords here, because she's an independent thinker and she follows through. Okay, so she makes the decision and then she follows through on it. All right, she doesn't back down. If you look at any of the queens, all right, it's the Queen of Swords that's the kick-ass queen. She's the type that will kick your ass. She'll kick your butt if you fuck her off. Sorry about the language, guys. Shouldn't have said the F word, but it's true. She's the type of woman, she won't mess. Okay, she's not going to take, she's not going to mince her words. She never does mince her words. She's straight up and down. Okay, she can make the best friend you ever had because she'll just tell you like it is. She won't kind of meander and, you know, be nice about it. She won't tell you what you want to hear. She'll tell you what you have to hear. That's what your Queen of Swords does. But she does it because she wants the best for you. This is her in a good light. So for some of you guys, it could literally be, okay, independently as a maverick, this, and I see the Queen of Swords a lot of the time as a maverick female. Okay, she is very strong, very, very tough. Because she holds a sword, she's a warrior. Okay, so she's ready to put the sword up and go into battle. Okay, she's ready to kind of take it there if she has to take it there. So I see her as quite a forceful card within the tarot. And the Six of Wands says you achieve victory after you're able to kind of stand on your own 2 feet, Pisces, and stand up for the truth, because the swords are about standing up for the truth. You look at the sword cards, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, they're thinkers, and sometimes they can be classed as being quite cold as an energy. But really what they want to do is they know that if you follow your heart in terms of you, if you're emotionally bound to something, for example, if you're in a relationship and you're very attracted to your partner, but you know that he will go for anything that has a pulse, but you still stick in it, that's your heart. That's when you're letting your emotions take over. But what the swords do, especially Queen of Swords, King of Swords, they will look at a situation and they'll look at the facts. So this partner that you might have, you might be very attracted to that person and you might like to think of it as being all hearts and flowers. Well, he's with me, he chose me, so I've got to stay in this, because why then wouldn't he choose me? However, the fact of the matter is this partner, and this is an example obviously, is looking at everything that walks and moves. Everything in a short skirt that walks and moves. So therefore, he's the type of man that potentially has had a lot of partners. Okay, he sat in my friend's back garden for 12 hours. What were they up to? Your heart would say, oh, they're up to nothing. He comes home to me, so I'm going to keep him there. But your head is saying, no, I want someone who is actually really committed to me and someone who I really feel that I can trust. So even though Cups might deal with intuition, it's whether you're willing to act on that. And that, to me, is where the swords come in. It's not that swords don't have emotions. It's just that the swords are willing to actually take the action on it. Which is why when you see a card like the Knight of Swords, it goes for things. It has the courage and the presence of mind to actually take something into action. It doesn't just sit and think about it, but it actually does it. Knights are usually action cards. And even though we don't have a knight showing up here, I can see an action is being taken, because the Six of Wands says that you are actually moving out of something that might have troubled you, and now you're looking to move forward with it, which is why with the Empress card as your advice card, I feel that this is saying that the ideas that you harvest, the ideas that you've manifested, the ideas that you might have worked with and you might have grown are coming into being. They're coming into that time of fruition. And that's because with the Queen of Swords, Pisces, it looks like you have made a decisive decision on something and you're willing to actually not just think about it, but you're actually willing to do it. The Wands are do cards. They're action cards. They're where you actually take the action because they are fire energy. They're movement. You look at Wands and they're to do with taking a move, actually doing something to help your cause, to help you develop. And the Empress card, The number 3s are also about development. So I'm seeing developments arising for some of you Pisces people within the month of April. The Fool and the World together can mean world travel as well. They're both travel cards. You get a world card in a reading sometimes. It can mean literally traveling the world, going out into the world. And the Fool is the same thing. The Fool looks to take a journey. Okay, so both of these cards can represent some form of travel that's being taken. But also, as I see the Fool turn his back on the world is an established card because the world is about an achievement that you have made. So for some of you guys, it will be an achievement in actually taking the bull by the horns, taking the risk and moving out into your bliss, or moving out into something that you were maybe afraid to move out into. Okay. It can also be where with the world card, for some of you guys, you might have already achieved something, but they're kind of polar opposites in terms of energy, I feel. Because the Fool, and it's interesting, I never thought about this. This is interesting. The Fool is 0 in the major arcana, and the world card is number 22. How interesting that we have both side by side. So one is the beginning and one is the end. How interesting is that, Pisces? One is the beginning and one is the end. So I feel that there are things that are being wrapped up as well in terms of energy for you guys in the month of April, because the Fool card sets out on a journey, and all through that journey he learns various things through all the different major arcanas. But the world card is where we learn the lesson. The world card says, I've been on this journey and now I know. Now I'm aware of the lesson that I had to learn. So for some of you guys with that Queen of Swords, it could literally be, now I know. Now I know. And now I can take action on this thing. And you do that with the 6 of Wands, which then helps you to move forward into another cycle and start the developments and who you are with that Empress card. The Fool is the baby. The Fool is the start. The world is the end. So for some of you guys, you are going to be wrapping up some major energies within the month of April 2016. For some of you guys, it might be haphazard as well, because the Fool seeks to turn his back on what he knows. So there's an achievement that's been made. But what I'm looking at here as well is that if I were to look at these as pictures and the way that they're facing, because sometimes within the tarot, you have to look at the interaction between the cards. So the Fool doesn't look to step to the world. So he doesn't look to take a journey into the world. He looks to take a journey out of it, because the interaction, the way that these cards are facing is, even though the world is facing the Fool, so it's almost like the world is asking the Fool to stay within the world, or to stay within whatever has been achieved. The Fool turns its back and it is looking to move forward into something else. So there's a juxtaposition. To reiterate, so far we've said with the Queen of Swords, she's an independent thinker. She intellectualizes something, and when she intellectualizes and she thinks about it, and she is able to sort through all the data in her brain, it's then that she makes a decision. And her independent brain says, no, I need to take action on something. I've made a decision and I'm ready to take the action now. And she goes forth. And with the Empress card, it says that there are now new developments being made in this situation. The Fool in the World, you might be looking to wrap something up. There might be some travel coming in for some of you Pisces people within the month of April 2016. It could literally be the beginning and the end of something, okay, with the Fool in the World, because it's amazing that we have card 0 and card 22 together. It's very, very interesting that we should have those cards together. The beginning and the end. So it's almost like with the Fool card, what you have created takes form with the World card. So not just the beginning and the end, but it's literally whatever it is that you are creating with the Fool, you now put into fruition with the World card. And you're ready to start a new cycle, which is why we have the Empress card here. The Empress is about the initial completion of something, which we can see with the Fool, and we're looking to start a new cycle or make plans and progress with it with the World. The other cards that are showing up for you, Pisces, is the 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Pentacles is usually a card where you're seeking to create some form of balance in your life, okay? And there are major adjustments I feel being made here, because the Six of Pentacles is often an adjustment card. It's where you're looking to make an adjustment. It's a creating balance, harmony. This is what your sixes are. You triple that number 2 3 times, you get a number 6. So both cards deal in balance, adjustment and harmony within one's life. Six of Pentacles can be a gift. It can be some form of help that is received. It can also be giving to others. Maybe you guys are receiving some form of help or some form of assistance with this new cycle that you're entering into. And maybe you're trying to make things work with that Two of Pentacles. But I'm seeing major adjustments. Well, I don't know whether they're major, but because they're pit cards. But there are adjustments being made with those two cards coming in the month of April 2016. For some of you guys, we have the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is often a card about forward planning. It's making progress. It can be whereby you're in the spotlight. You're using your skills in order to help others. And I'm seeing help with both of these cards, Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. 3 times 2 is 6. So we're looking at potentially some form of help that you are either giving, or some help is actually being given to you. Because if you look at the Three of Pentacles, this couple here are actually putting their plans in front of a workman, and he's at the top of his game, so they're seeking some form of help, some form of assistance, some form of higher wisdom from somebody who's actually in the know. So I'm seeing some form of assistance being required with you guys in the month of April. I'm just going to take a moment quietly just to look at the pictures, if you don't mind, Pisces, on this reading. Because there are some kind of cards that just come out and you're like, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? And you have to kind of try and figure out, as a reader, what the synchronicity is between the cards. We have the Five of Swords showing here. Often this is a card of defeat or a winner, but sometimes it can be a futile argument. Or it can be a card where one is trying to defeat their fears or defeat their thoughts. The swords are often idea cards, okay, because they're to do with the way that we think. So sometimes I've seen this card show up when we've had to defeat an energy that tells us that something cannot be achieved, okay? And to me, a lot of the time, this card can be an actual winner card, okay? And I feel that, especially with that World card and the full stepping out of the world, this is some fear maybe that some of you guys have had to defeat in order to move forward. I'm sensing that, and maybe that's why we've got the Queen of Swords showing here, along with that Six of Wands. It's having to combat some kind of self-sabotaging thought process, because I do see the Five of Swords as being a card of self-sabotage at the best of times. I have seen that card come up for self-sabotage, because it can be literally where one is trying to work through a thought process that holds them back. And when you do that, when you're able to work through it, it means that you gain so much. And it means that the two people showing on this card are literally the negative thoughts that you're actually thinking. And you've overcome that. So I'm seeing something that is being overcome in order to move something forward. And maybe that's why we have the Three of Pentacles here as well. That you're overcoming something, okay? Overcoming something that initially seemed difficult, and now you can actually put things into action. And this is what we see with that Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords together at the same time. Literally overcoming something here in terms of a thought process. When you actually look at the reality of something and you're able to make a decision on it, Pisces, it means that you overcome with the Six of Wands. You're actually able to take the action and move forward. There are adjustments that need to be made with this, though, with the Six of Pentacles and that Two of Pentacles. But I feel it will be okay. For some of you guys, there could be something to do with money. I'm sensing maybe governmental money, potentially. Six of Pentacles can be where you're having to pay some money back to something, or you owe something, you owe a debt. And the Hierophant is an establishment card. So for some of you guys, it could be a and this is just a thought that's come to me, it could be with the Hierophant, he decrees something here. And the Six of Pentacles is almost like what you have to do, if that makes any sense to you. So for some of you guys, with the Hierophant, it can literally be something to do with government or red tape that needs to be sorted through. So something needs to be put into order here. And I'm sensing some adjustments that you're going to need to make with putting something into order, if that makes sense. We do have the Two of Pentacles. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles can mean trying to balance the books. So we are coming into tax period and things like that right now. So for some of you guys, it will be taxes that you need to be sorting through with that Hierophant, Six of Pentacles, and also the Two of Pentacles, okay? So you might be needing to pay something out, and you might be needing to readjust your finances, because the Two of Pentacles is showing somebody who needs to readjust something. So I'm not going to be crude here, but you know when sometimes you see a man, or you see men sitting down adjusting their nether regions, they're readjusting their stuff, because, I'm sorry, that's terrible, but they're readjusting themselves so they can get comfortable. So I'm feeling that you're readjusting something here so you can get comfortable, okay? And I feel that because swords can be to do with legal stuff as well, especially the King of Swords. Queen of Swords can sometimes be a female lawyer, or somebody who works within the judicial system or the legal system, okay? So maybe you're needing to overcome something with that, or deal with something like that. But I feel that there is relief for some reason showing up in the general energy. I'm sensing relief for some of you guys. I feel for some of you guys, you'll sort something out in the month of April 2016 that gives you relief. And the King of Cups says, when you get this card, the King of Cups, it's like the Queen of Cups. It's often understanding oneself. Okay, understanding that maybe something is uncomfortable, but you're going to have to weather it. You're going to have to deal with it. So this is the King of Cups. When you look at him, he's a card about dealing with your shit a lot of the time, if that makes sense to you. So I feel that you guys are dealing with something here. And you're going to be dealing with it very, very well, very graciously, because it's important. And because the Queen of Swords says, deal with your shit. Okay? Make a decision and deal with it. Because it's for your highest good. It's for your highest order. She's an intellectual thinker. She's clever. She's bright. She's confident. So I'm sensing with both these cards, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, there's a lot of confidence that needs to be shown via you guys. And I feel that comes through readjusting something that maybe for some of you guys, you haven't been able to. And maybe you need to overcome a fear with this, with the Five of Swords. But I'm seeing something to do with taxes, government money maybe, and I'm sensing something that you need to kind of deal with that maybe for some of you guys you haven't wanted to deal with potentially. The Fool card can mean new beginnings as well, so maybe for some of you guys there are new beginnings in terms of potentially something to do with a work environment, because we do have the Three of Pentacles showing underneath that card. Three of Pentacles can mean teamwork, it can mean a work environment that one is in. But there are some new beginnings coming in for you guys. Some exciting times ahead, okay? Some new projects. Fool card is new. Three of Pentacles can be the projects, so some new projects that are coming in for you guys. The World card shows some form of achievements as well. So that Three of Pentacles and the World card could mean some form of achievements going on, maybe within a work environment as well. And the Six of Wands can sometimes mean awards. So receiving an award, and the Six of Pentacles can mean receiving an award as well. So I'm seeing the receiving of some form of awards in the month of April, Pisces, going on for you guys. I'm seeing perhaps you're being congratulated, or you're being honoured or given something for a job that's been well done as well. I am seeing the ending and wrapping up of stuff as well, though, because we've got that World card there, which can be the achievement has been made. And now maybe with the Fool card, you're able to kind of move on to other things. So I'm seeing maybe for some of you guys, you're wrapping up a project and maybe moving on to something else. This Five of Swords is interesting, though, within the reading. Very interesting, because even though I've explained it in some terms, it can be self-sabotaging. It can be overcoming self-sabotaging patterns, or a situation that you sabotage yourself in terms of the way that you think. So it's defeating self-defeating ideas. Okay, and maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe you take the bull by the horns. Maybe with the Fool card, for some of you Pisces people, you actually take a risk on something in the month of April 2016. And maybe that could be in a business capacity with the Three of Pentacles, which then sees some real achievement with that World card and overcoming a fear with the Five of Swords. To reiterate, there is some readjustment going on in terms of finances. We do have a Six of Pentacles there. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. So maybe you're paying something out and you're having to readjust your finances because you've done that. You might be paying something out in terms of something legal or in terms of something to do with your taxes, government money, that type of thing. For some of you guys, it could literally be maybe something to do with children. Maybe you're paying money to a private school, that type of thing, and you're having to readjust or look at your finances quite intently with that Hierophant, because it can also be the card of education too. It's an establishment card. Sometimes this is a corporate card as well. I was just looking to see if there's anything else I feel that I can see within this reading. I do feel for the month of April there's going to be developments in all sorts of sectors of your life, Pisces, for the month of April, because we do have the Empress as the advice card. And the Empress as the advice for me, it almost says to believe in your abilities, believe in your ideas, and nurture them and grow them and bring them to fruition. So I feel as an advice card, if this is what it's saying to you about your ideas, about the things that you want to do, about real good things coming into you or for you, or real success being achieved here, real growth in matters, in whatever matters these are, I feel that it's wonderful. And I feel that, yes, with the growth, there does come sacrifice, because the Six of Pentacles can mean that you're paying money out to something. And the Two of Pentacles can mean that you're having to weigh up or juggle whatever it is that you have left. But I feel there's real growth coming in if you do this. And I feel there's achievement with the world. I feel that you needn't be afraid of taking a risk with the Fool card. I'm seeing some of you guys entering potentially a new workplace or a new project with that Three of Pentacles. Maybe you're needing to seek some form of advice on there. Maybe for some of you guys, it could be a case of that there might be projects that involve social speaking, for example. Because for some people, they fear speaking or being in the spotlight. So I'm sensing with the Fool card, the Fool reminds me of somebody who's in the spotlight. Just for the fact that he's on his own, he's looking up to the sun, he's quite optimistic. And the Three of Pentacles shows somebody who's in the spotlight and somebody who's trying to get some answers or some sort of wisdom or advice from. So for some of you guys, you might literally be in the spotlight around something. Maybe this is your fear, but you need not give in to the fear, because it all works out well. We do have a World card in there, which is excellent. And the King of Cups, I feel as a final card, says to be strong. Be strong around anything that you have to readjust, okay? And to weather the storm, and simply just to be confident in the knowledge that you understand, or you've understood why you've had to do something in the month of April, and that it was the right thing to do. The King of Cups, like the Queen of Cups, is often the card of paying attention to your intuition. Okay, so whatever it is that you feel you need to do or you should be doing, Pisces, then this is really saying, yes, go for it. Trust in your thoughts with the Queen of Swords, because it will lead you to victory with the Six of Wands. And that in turn, for the advice card, is that there are developments being had. There are developments and there is plans and there are progress. There is progress to be made within the month of April. And even if nothing comes to you all at once, it's in the development stage. So I'm seeing a lot of developments being made for you guys, in whichever capacity you seem to associate yourself with this reading. That is your reading, Pisces, for the month of April 2016. I'd like to say thank you very, very much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will speak to you guys really soon. Take care.